Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hood, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Hood. Hopefully you like this video. And hit that subscribe button. Smash it, folks. As you know, we talk about a lot of stuff on this channel. I talk about everything. I can't shut me up. But one thing that's a mainstay of this channel is talking about trade rumors. And now, obviously, with 22 games into the season as I record this video, this was a trade rumor that slipped past me over the last couple of days, but I thought it was interesting enough to talk about, and I'm not against it. But this is from Heavy.com. Headline: Mets reporter floats possible trade partner for struggling $50 million infielder. After opening the season with 5 straight losses, the Mets have picked up steam in the early going, behind the bats of Pete Alonso, the reigning MLB Player of the Week. Obviously, this was written on the 20th of April. Harrison Bader, who has a top 20 batting average in all of Major League Baseball, and Brandon Nimmo was the major's 14th most RBIs. But the team has not seen strong offensive production from second baseman Jeff McNeil, who was slashing just .233, 333 on base, and 333 slug, a career worst 667 OPS and 60 at-bats so far. He also has a .970 fielding percentage and a -1 defensive runs saved above average, and 15 starts at the Keystone this season. Now, what's interesting is Jeff is a good defensive player, wherever you play him. He just doesn't, he hasn't been doing it for me. I don't know about Joe. He hasn't really been sort of out there, playing his outstanding defense that we all know. He has gained some momentum with 4 hits in his last 3 games, but if he can't make a lasting improvement at the plate, New York Post John Heyman projected the Mets might find a trade partner for him in the AL West. Quote: Jeff McNeil's coming around, Heyman noted, but something to keep in mind if the Mets become a seller. The Mariners always liked his versatility and hitting ability. New York Mets might opt to trade him. At age 32, McNeil is in the second season of a 4-year, $50 million deal with the Mets. When he signed ahead of the 23 season, he was coming off his second All-Star bid, a Silver Slugger award, and some MVP votes after hitting for MLB's best average at .326. His production dipped in the first full year of his new deal, and as noted, he's not off to the best start this season either. Now, he's not making a lot of money here, so the money unloading this contract is not insane. As a result, the Mets might consider loading his remaining salary in a trade, particularly as they look to spend considerably in free agency after this season. Quote: the Mets, after a winter in which Steve Cohen and the new president of baseball operations, David Stearns, agreed on the wisdom of a modest approach in free agency, will have plenty of money and ambition to burn next winter, little Andy Martino wrote for SNY. Mets also have some young talent that they may feel can fill in at second base if the deal for McNeil emerges. There is Luis Angel Acuna, younger brother of the Atlanta Braves superstar Ronald Acuna Jr., who's the team's number 3 overall prospect. There's also Ronnie Mauricio, who seemed poised to serve in an everyday role on the big league roster before he suffered a torn ACL in the Dominican Summer and Winter League. I will also mention Jet Williams, who has been playing second in Double-A. And he's the Mets' best prospect. And he's probably the future Mets leadoff hitter. He steals bases, and he can hit. The Seattle Mariners have been seen as a trade partner, a trade destination for McNeil for years. Meanwhile, the Mariners seem to covet McNeil, and as Heyman pointed out, might feel like he can fill in at a range of different positions. The team and player have been connected for some time. For instance, a mid-season trade proposal offered by Adam Jude of the Seattle Times last year suggested the team might send pitching prospects Walter Ford and Travis Kuhn to the Mets in exchange for McNeil. McNeil is the kind of contact head the Mariners sorely needed in their lineup, Jude wrote at the time. McNeil, as you might recall, was one of the Mariners' initial targets in the Robbie Cano Edwin Diaz trade in 2018. Now, I would not be surprised if it eventually gets moved to the Mariners. And the Mariners have had their eyes on him for years, like the article says, and we all know that. You know, I mean, the rumor was that the Mets were going to trade McNeil as part of that deal, And Met fans complained so fervently at the time that Brody Van Wagenen had basically got cold feet in that part of the deal. I would seriously consider it, just based on his age, not based on his production or the fact that he's probably going to probably win another batting title. I think Jeff can win another batting title or two. But it's more based on his age and the fact that Mets have so many middle infielders here with Williams, Acuna, Ronnie Mauricio, and a whole bunch of other guys that they brought in over the last year or two. That it makes sense to get younger and possibly improve your defense. Because obviously, I was very surprised to see that his defense has not been very strong. But I would not take issue with it. You can let me know what you think about this idea in the comments section. I would even move him, even if the Mets were playing really well, I would still consider moving him. But I wouldn't have a problem holding on to him either. But, like I said, this team, one of the problems that they had last year was that they were an older team. And he is 32 years old. And he does suffer injuries here and there in his career. But we'll have to see. But hopefully, the Mets will be good. And they won't have to trade him. But if they do trade him, you want to see these kids play, especially if they're ready. If Williams is ready, if Acuna's ready, you want to see them play. It's as simple as that. And there's no place to play them. Where are you going to play these guys? They can't all be center fielders. I don't think any of these guys are going to be playing third base. So, thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this whole idea of McNeil getting traded. And, of course, thank you for watching. I appreciate the time you take to watch, and I'll see you later.